Well, everybody, what's the crack? So I'm going to do a little video today on what I bring when I go out on my e-bike. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't watch a lot of the videos all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'll talk about some of the more obscure stuff that, look, I'm not saying that you will forget to bring it, but some of the stuff that I've kind of learned that I should be bringing with me. And maybe I'll show you something and you'll think, yeah, actually, I didn't think of it. So I'll just, like, something that's quite obvious, actually, that I think the first day I went out on my bike, I was a small bit up the road and I realised I don't have it with me, which is this. So this is, no, you would never bring something like this cycling. This is a 21mm spanner, but that's what I need to get my back wheel off, okay? I know it's obvious, but a lot of us, I come from the road cycling, and a lot of what I bring when I'm out is this little toolkit that I have, a little bicycle toolkit like this guy, like one of these fellas. And it has everything I need. But yeah, none of those are going to have a 21mm spanner. So that's quite a big piece of kit that needs to be brought with me. So the other thing there that, just from watching YouTube videos and seeing guys going out on the road, I thought to myself, should I be bringing them? So that's these. So these are fuses, right? And there's three different, for my bike, there's three different types of fuses, and I'll kind of explain this a little bit better now in a second. So the first fuse is this guy. It's called an A&L fuse, right? So that's connected to my bike from the battery to the up to the controller. So if this A&L fuse blows, then that's the bike. You're done. You're stuck on the road then, right? Now, full disclosure here, guys. I'm not telling anybody that you should change a fuse on your bike, right? Because if this fuse goes, it means there's something wrong. But for me, I'm absolutely going to try it. I mean, I have a previous video where I've blown up my Sabaton controller. So yeah, I'm definitely not the person to be taking advice from when it comes to fuses. But if I'm stuck on the side of the road and my fuse is blown and I search the wiring loom and I can't find anything wrong, yeah, I'm going to stick in another fuse and try it. I mean, that's what they're there for. They're there to blow. So yeah, if something goes wrong for you, I don't want anyone to be taking advice from me. So the other two fuses I showed you are these little guys. Okay, I think they're 20s. These are little 20s. These, you get these in any car auto shop. And these little fuses as well. So to be fair to my supplier, I got those with the bike. But what they are actually is these two fuses are used for charging. So the charging wire coming from my battery, you need one of these 20 amp fuses. I know you don't need it when you're out riding, but the reason I keep them with me is if I decide to go on a spin someday where I do like a long journey and I'm planning on maybe going to a friend's house and then going from there again, or maybe like go to a coffee shop that I know they let me plug my bike in, that I can like sit there for an hour and enjoy and come back. I don't want to find myself without my charger. So one of the things that I kind of want to do is bike packing. So if you're going out bike packing, you are going to have to bring your charger because you're going to charge along the way, and you're absolutely going to be wanting to bring these with you. That's just my opinion. The other thing that I think that's probably a little less obvious is quick links. So I do bring these regardless of the cycling I'm doing. So these are these little, yeah, I think we've all seen these. These are quick links. There's loads of videos online about those, but I always bring a set of quick links with me. My cycle toolkit here has a little chain brake, so I can actually break the chain. So the reason I do that is that if I do break the chain, right, if look, I don't know how, but if I do snap that chain, I want to be able to repair it. And a lot of people think, you know, I just bring the quick link and I can replace it, but you don't. You do need to bring a chain brake with you, because if the chain breaks at an outer pair on the chain, an outer pair of links, you're going to have to remove those to get to use the inner links. So yeah, so you might get lucky and you mightn't. But yeah, a lot of these cheap toolkits, like this is a cheap little one. It's got all the little Allen keys and stuff that I'll need for a ride. It's quite heavy actually. I wouldn't take this when I'm road cycling, but this is perfect for. I got this from Halfords. This is perfect for what I want to do on my e-bike, and I have my chain brake. So yeah, so look, I'm probably going to get into like the more obvious stuff now. If you're a cyclist and you do a lot of cycling. But yeah, I did kind of want, you know, because I made the mistake and I didn't go out without this guy, like why would I ever bring this cycling? I wanted to do a video. I thought, look, I'll maybe somebody will say, Jesus, you know, your man is dead right, I don't bring them with me. And the second thing then was the quick links. You know, it's a lot of power going through the back wheel. If you do snap it, you're going to need your chain brake, which I have here in this tool, and you're going to need quick links to repair it. So that's kind of the reason for the video. But I'll give you a rundown of the rest of the stuff if anyone wants to stick around. And by the way, I want to thank everybody that's been watching my videos. I'm not someone that comes on and asks for likes and subscribes. I think I've got like 9 subscribers, and that's great, you know. But I'm not the kind of guy that would ask for likes, but it is nice when you get them. So if you want to drop a like in the video, that'd be great. But yeah, it's probably not the most entertaining video. I do plan on doing a video where I take my bike out and show what I can get out of it, the performance, top speed, and so on. And I think that will probably be much more entertaining than me just sitting here waffling on about what I'm bringing with me. So one of the other things I'm bringing with me, I'll kind of keep the trend of like stuff that you might forget, is this guy. So long nose pliers. Okay, to change one of these A&L fuses, which is on your bike, which connects the main phase wires, you're going to need one of those. You're going to need this guy to open the little bolts. That's what I'm bringing anyway. I'm not going to be bringing little spanners with me. I'm going to bring this guy because he'll do a multitude of work if I get stuck on the road. If I have to strip wires or anything, I can use this. So yeah, I'm going to bring that guy with me, which is, again, is something I would never bring cycling. I'm bringing these. We're getting into the obvious stuff again, as I said, but I am bringing my tire levers. But these tire levers actually have metal inserts in them. So there's a metal insert in. So they're really tough. Again, you probably wouldn't want to be weighing yourself down with all of this heavy equipment if you're going normal cycling. Maybe you do, I don't know. But so I'm bringing those. I'm also bringing one of these little guys. I suggest you bring one. I don't use cable ties. Okay, but if you are using cable ties, if you want to be bringing yourself some spare cable ties, which I have here, but you're not going to open those cable ties on the side of the road. Well, you will, but they're an awful pig of a thing to try and tear apart. If you bring a little fella like this, you know, just snip your cable ties. It's pretty straightforward. A pump, right? We're all going to bring a pump, but I'm bringing, like, this is probably longer than I'd bring, but like easier to pump the bike with. It's got a little gauge in it, so that's handy. And a tube, right, which I have opened because I have a compartment in my battery where I can unzip the bag, put the battery in, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this big chunky spanner, I'm going to be wrapping it up in my spare tube, and I'm going to be slotting it in on top of the battery. So that'll stop it rattling around, and you know, there's nowhere else I can put that. The rest of this little stuff I'm going to fit into a top tube bag and zip it up, and I'll carry it with me all the time. I'm also bringing these patches. So these are glueless patches. One of the things that happen us is we bring out a spare tube and we'd say, so look, I'm sorted there now. If I get a puncture, I had a spare tube, but if that spare tube gets punctured in, you're kind of snookered. So what I do is I bring a spare tube. I only bring one, you know, bring 2 if you like. I just bring 1. So if I get a puncture on the side of the road, what I will do is I will take out the punctured tube. I'll replace it with the new tube. But as soon as I get somewhere to pull in that's comfortable, like somewhere I can sit down with preferably a coffee stop or somewhere. But yeah, somewhere just off the side of the road where I can sit down, I'll repair the puncture. And these little glueless patches, these little guys here, like I'll stick that on. They're very simple to use. I'll stick that on to where I find the puncture, and then I have that as a spare tube if I get punctured again. That's kind of the size of it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I also bring a little bit of insulating tape. I always bring insulating tape. And what I'm going to do with the insulating tape, I haven't done it yet, is I'm going to wrap it around the end here of my pump. So I'll have a nice wrap of insulating tape. It's just something that's handy to have. Especially with the wiring on our bikes. So if you have to repair something, that you can just peel off a bit of insulated tape off the end of your pump. So that's it for this video. Again, I'm really grateful to everyone that's been watching the videos. And I do plan on doing a ride out video, I think a ride along video people call them, where I'm going to take the bike out and show you kind of the performance. And then after that, I plan on doing a video, you know, discussing whether you should buy or build an e-bike. And this is all based on my opinion. If I was to do this all over again, would I buy or build? So that's it. Thanks very much for watching the videos, and I hope to see you in the next one.